Good morning, my crypto legends, or good afternoon, or good night, wherever you are in this amazing world. Let's analyze the situation here for Bitcoin, guys. It is Monday. We're going to take a look at the traditional stock market, the DXY, what is going to go on with Bitcoin in the next coming days. Are we going to manage to break $24,000 successfully and go to higher levels, or is just 24,000 going to create a double top scenario, and we are going to have a massive correction back down to the June levels, guys, breaking $20,000? This is something that we're going to analyze in today's live stream. But even though the price will break $24,000, which I think is going to be quite bullish in the short to mid term, there are major opportunities every single day, guys. There are opportunities every single day. I got no one calling me an entire morning, and now they call me when I start the live stream. Anyway, talking about the Bitcoin price, there are opportunities every single day, guys. And one of the best strategies that I like, that I want to be totally transparent and explain to you, is price action and volume. We have talked about some opportunities that there has been the last few days, one of them being yesterday, and one of them being today. I did not take this opportunity, of course, but I did see it, and I want to explain the opportunity that you could have taken. All right, price action and volume, despite that we are in a bullish or a bearish trend, level to level with volume, guys. I'm going to explain it right away, okay? Because this is not a signals channel. This is an education channel. Of course, I can tell you where I am looking for longs, for shorts, if I am in one or not. But this is not a signals channel. This is no financial advice. This is only entertainment and education, okay, channel. And I want to educate where there has been some opportunities, all right, the last few days, and the one that there has been today, exactly using price action and volume. If you paid attention the last few days, probably you would have detected this one right over here that I'm going to mention in just a few minutes. First of all, I'm going to say hello, Racing Pixel. Hello, legends, ready to rip the August? Absolutely, me too. Rob Connings, how are you doing? I got Joseph here, one of my strongest moderators. I've got Scotty here also. Racing Pixel, thank you very much for joining the live stream, giving insane support. Good morning. Andy says, John Edge, how are you doing, John? Mr. Craft, morning, mates. Hemerak, hello. Murat, looks like BTC bounced back from EMA 200 on the 1 hourly. Have a great and profitable trading day, says Murat. Absolutely, guys. Let's see. We're going to talk about some major levels in the short term, because most of my analysis is for the midterm to see what could happen by the end of the day or the next coming days. But let's try and look for some scalping day trade opportunities, okay? Level to level, if we see some breakouts with volume, because, you know, this is one of the most profitable strategies that I have learned back in 2017. This is one of the first strategies, price action and volume, that has been one of the most successful strategies that I have learned. And I want to be totally transparent with you, showing you in the charts right now today in a couple of minutes how you could have taken advantage of these opportunities, of course. Right, guys, how are you doing? I love you, Andy, says Adi. Yeah, I love you too, my man. Thanks for joining the live stream. Joseph, up or down for BTC? I have no idea. This is the thing. Don't worry about if the price is going up or down. Worry about those major levels, those breakouts with volume where the price could get rejected or get a massive bounce, so you can enter an opportunity. It doesn't matter where the price is going. You need to find out those breakouts, those high probability retracements where you could take advantage to jump in a trade. It doesn't matter. I have no idea if Bitcoin's going to go up or down. If you know someone that knows where the price is going, please let me know. I don't know, but I know how to take advantage of the movements. Not always, but when I'm wrong, you know, this is why we do have our stop losses, guys. Don't get greedy. Don't use too much leverage, too much capital, because, you know, don't revenge trading ever. Revenge trading is the worst thing you could do. Just be patient. If you get stopped out, accept the loss. And, you know, this is a job. This is a day job, basically. Trading is a job. You can make a lot of money during the years with experience and some capital and knowing how to have good risk management, guys. And this is what I want to be totally transparent with in the live streams on my YouTube, channel on daily updates. Please subscribe to the channel. Make sure to destroy that like button just for that, guys. Nothing else. You can actually absolutely back test all these kind of different strategies and information that I'm giving you. Okay, you can unsubscribe if you think you don't like this content. If you like it, if you're here, please destroy that like button. It's the only thing I ask here. We do have the DXY at a critical range, and it's actually dropping at this moment. If we start losing this level, it's going to be looking very interesting. Bitcoin might have a recovery in the next coming days to break that 24.5k range. Now, going through the comment section, and I'm going to explain to you what trade there has been, just a few hours ago. I managed to pick the one yesterday, not the one today, but I'm going to show you why it's so similar, and you can take advantage with these small movements. Of course, they are scalping opportunities. They're just moves in between 1 to 2% approximately. You need to use a little bit of leverage on these little movements because they are scalping ideas. Of course, in a little scalp of a 1% move, you cannot use a 5x leverage. You're not going to gain too much on that. Of course, on these kind of small trades, you can use 30, 40, 50x leverage on these small movements, okay, because they're only small movements, but you can take advantage very much with this movement with a little bit of high leverage. Let's come to BTC chart. Absolutely, Aditya. Solana, I've got many people requesting Solana. I will do Solana after Bitcoin, no doubt. Mr. Half Infinite, hello. Let's I never trade, just buy and hold forever, says Joseph. Well, if you do not trade, it's because you do not know. You have been losing money trading. So yeah. So yeah, CC Pool knows. Bruce W says CC Pool knows where the price is going. I don't know. I think Daniel from Chart Champions, he is bullish. I think he is looking for higher levels. Last video that I did take a look, I do see his content. He has very good, nice content, and he is actually bullish. He does think that the price will be hitting 28k in the next coming weeks. I think it is definitely a possibility, but I think there is also a major possibility that the price will reject. So yeah. I am the worst trader. I am here to learn, master, says Mcraft. Absolutely, you will. Hopefully, you will learn a lot here. Right, let's take a look, guys. That's it. I'm going to take a look at Solana afterwards. Andy with beach shirt. Absolutely, Miami shirt. Smash the like button, everybody. Not only steal the good content here from Andy, smash the like, says John Van Morik. Absolutely. Thank you very much for the support. Hi, Andy. Hope you're doing well. Hassad, I hope you are doing well also. Let's go through the strategy, guys, because this is also an educational, live stream, not trying to predict where we are going or down or up. We are also, want to take a look, for example, on the 15-minute and what has happened, guys. I want to show you some major levels that we did have marked up here on the 15-minute. I did take a trade before the live stream yesterday, right over here. Okay, if I zoom in, let's take a look at volume. Let's get the VPVR levels out of the way 1 second, guys, because this is just, make sure to pay attention in the next coming minutes, because I'm going to give super important value here, great value for you guys, for totally free, where you can actually train your eye on the chart with good risk management, know how to get some gains here on the market. Now, yesterday I did place a short trade. It was a very quick one right over here from a major level that I did have marked up here on the chart. This was explained on yesterday's live stream, okay? And volume is insanely important with this strategy. So if we do have this massive price action to the upside, you have a reaction here, consolidation, you come straight back down to the start of the pump of this range and get a reaction here. You do get a support level, as you can see, at the 23.8k level. This is on the 15-minute chart. This was yesterday. Sorry, this was before yesterday. Yeah, this was Saturday. The opportunity was on Sunday, okay? But after this kind of movement, What happens once you break this level where you have high volume on the low range? As you can see here, this low range of the volume is at the 23.8, high volume, high support. You have another breakout from this support level with high volume. Once you retrace back up to the first volume drop and you consolidate with a low volume, the highest probability scenario is coming down to retest the low range here. As you can see, of course, once you get close to the low range, it's a take profit area just in case you have this kind of movement. If you're not quick, if you do not take profits here when you're close to the lows, just in case you do create a double bottom, then of course you can get stopped out with the massive volatility that we did have a few hours ago. So if you're taking a trade here and you're close to retest the lows, just take the profits off the table. Take 50% and protect your position. Always protect your positions once you're hitting almost your take profit range. So that was a trade that I did take yesterday, okay, before doing the live stream. Now, there was one that did happen also just a few hours ago. I did not take this trade. Remember, just a few days ago, there was another trade that I did mention on the community group, okay, the trading group, right, where we did have, you know, this high over here, a pretty nice breakout, and we did have a swing failure pattern just right here happening on the 29th of July, looking at the 15-minute, the 1 hourly chart. So I was looking for that, you know, lower high range and a move to the downside, okay. I did manage to enter a trade here just as soon as we created the swing failure into that 24.2, looking for this low to be claimed. Which one? The 23.4. But not only that one, this was a take profit one. Also, I was looking for a lower high here and then a breakdown to come and claim the second potential target, which was a liquidity grab below these higher lows. Of course, this did not happen. I took profits, protected my position, stopped out at break even. But this has been a major level also. So if we extend this level over here that has been respected as a touch of resistance and a touch of support, as you can see here on the chart, I am talking about the 23.4k levels. Now you just look here, if I do extend this major support resistance level, it has been very much respected also. We almost touched it here. This was yesterday. We did actually wick below here, wick backed up here, as you can see on the chart. But we broke down this major level and we got a rejection just right there, guys. This is absolutely insane because not only because of this support and resistance level has been respected as resistance again. If we zoom in here, we can take a look at the 5-minute time frame if you wish, just so you can take a look at where the pressure is going. Where do we have the high volume range? This is the 5-minute chart, guys. This just happened late last night and early this morning where there was a trading opportunity. Pay close attention to what I am going to talk about right now. Very similar to what happened just 2 days ago. Price action and volume, support resistance. Where is the pressure going to? Where is the high volume pushing the price? It's going to the downside. We had this major level, as you can see here on the 5-minute chart. Check out here the amount of volume and volatility. People are absolutely going crazy here in the Telegram, you know, a pump and dump. What is going on? Absolutely, you know, this is no trading range for me. As soon as we start breaking a support or a resistance successfully with not too much volatility is when I am going to jump into a trade. So as you can see, this level was extended from, you know, from these levels from the 28th and the 29th, resistance and support. Zooming in here to what happened in between yesterday and today. This is if you are looking for some scalping opportunities, right? Scalp day trade opportunity. It can be minutes, it can be a few hours. Check out the volume here created. This was 8 o'clock Central European time, all right? This was yesterday once we had that volatility with extremely high volume. This is also a major support level that I just explained just a few minutes ago. Check out here how the price action is breaking down with a spike of volume. The price action is breaking the support with high volume, guys. This was early this morning, okay? It was actually around about 12, half 12 Central European time last night, okay? So early this morning. Once we had that breakout, guys, with high volume, and best chart for this is Bybit chart for me. There's a huge amount of liquidity, big volume on Bybit. Okay, so Bybit is a good chart. Of course, you would have to go to large exchanges such as Binance, Coinbase. Bybit is good for me. And, you know, the breakdown from this major support level, I am talking about the 23.4 range. We had a breakdown to 23.2 approximately. Check out how the price action comes up to retest this 23.4 with low volume. High volume, move down. High volume, break down. You retrace back up with low volume. What is the highest probability once you retest this level with high volume? Once you've had that breakout with high volume, you have low volume, you get that rejection. Where do you come down? You come down to retest the lows. This has been a strategy that I've been explaining for the last few days. This happens 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 or 10 times a week, guys. If you just use this simple strategy with price action and volume, being patient on the breakouts of resistance and support level, you can make huge gains by the end of the month. You do not need no moving averages. You do not need no Ichimoku clouds. You don't need Songoku clouds either. You don't need, you know, any other type of indicators. Just price action and volume. Have your support and resistance levels well marked up. And this is an absolute insane strategy. Okay, so it is true that we have had just a break. You know, we've had a move to the downside of, you know, just about 1%. So this is the kind of leverage that you want to use. You want to use maybe a 40, a 60, you know, X leverage, all right? Of course, not risking never more than 1 to 3% of your account. But, you know, the movement is there. It's a high probability trade. And this one has been explained, you know, just from yesterday also. Like I said, this happens almost every single day. Move to the downside. High volume, big support level from the lows, breakdown with volume, you come back up to retest with low volume. Very important. If you have high volume, stay cautious. There's less probability in getting that rejection. You come up to retest the first volume and then you come back down. That happened right over here. High probability trade with an 80% win rate, guys. There's an 80% win rate with this strategy. I have backtested this trading strategy many times and it has up to an 80% win rate. Now this just happened yesterday. What happened today? Fast forward here. Same scenario, guys. The exact same movement, level to level. High volume with volatility creating a low. You break down with also a nice spike in volume from this level. You come up to retest the first volume range with low volume and then you reject and come back down to retest the lows. 80% probability trade. This has happened yesterday. Bang, bang, bang. Volume, volume, up and down. You got one here. You got one here. 2 successful trades in 2 days. This is absolute enough for me to have a good trading week. You know, just 2 trades. And the last yeah, basically there was one also that I did explain from, this one was actually quite a few days ago. It was actually over a week ago. You know, this was another one that I did take, you know, major support level where you did have, you know, support. There wasn't much volume here to back up this this trade, but it was enough for me to see that this was a supporting range. When you have a massive breakdown with volume, you break down with no volume. I am not taking no trade here. You come back up on the retracement with it, no volume. This was a very good trade that I did take, giving that explanation on the 23rd of July. Bang, bang, come back down to retest the lows. Hey, successful trade. You got an 80%, you know, winning, you know, probability trade here with that 80% winning rate. Maybe this one is slightly less, only because this support level, we did not have high volume from this range. Okay, no big volumes from this level. The ideal scenario here would have been this drop down right there to the 22.9. This was on the 22nd of July. If you would have had high volume right there, and then the breakdown confirmation with high volume, then you are very likely going to get rejected. You know, we got rejected anyway. I did take that trade. on the 23rd of July. So, you know, this is one of the most successful strategies that I have ever learned. And I've done all sorts, guys. I've done all sorts, Fibonacci, harmonic, different indicators. You know, there are thousands of indicators out there. You do not need any indicators for this simple strategy. Whoever's been paying attention at this strategy for the last 10 minutes that I've just showed you and proven from yesterday, from today, just a few hours ago, you can be a successful trader. Just practice this strategy and you can make insane gains at the end of the month, guys. Simple as. Don't get too complicated. Don't take a look at too much moving averages because you're going to have a crossover of some different moving averages that are going to get you crazy. And you don't need all of that. You just need simple price action and volume. Just a nice strategy that I wanted to explain right there. Proving you know, how this works. So just for that, guys, I need you to absolutely destroy that like button because we're almost 500 people on the live stream and I've only got 150 likes. I am ending the live stream right now if I do not get 200 likes. Only joking, guys. I won't end the live stream. I absolutely enjoy this. A lot of people appreciating, you know, this kind of content and analysis. You know, this is just a simple strategy with a 10. I've given you a successful trading strategy in less than 10 minutes, guys. If you focus on what I've been talking about for the last 10 minutes with the strategy and go through it and practice your eye on the chart, you know, you know, this is it. You got a 10-minute course right there that could be valued, you know, thousands of dollars, and a lot of people, you know, talking about hours and hours in some courses. No, it is simple. It is 10 minutes. Take a look at it, practice it. You can practice it on the 5-minute chart, on the 15, on the 1 hourly. This is more successful on the lower time frames because you can see the power of the volume in that candlestick. On the 5-minute candlestick, for example, 15 minute, it's very powerful strategy. I learned this strategy back in 2017 to trade DAX 30, the German stock market. Okay, it works on every single market where you do have volume reading. So yeah, I mean, there's just a little tip there, guys. Now we can do analysis on probabilities, on where can the price could continue going. Of course, the DXY is just about to break this level. There is a possibility that this is just going to have a little bit of volatility at this major resistance level and have a big massive bounce. You might think to yourself, we have broken the higher low support trend line. This is not yet a successful breakout. We would have to break this area over here to see potential continuation to the downside. This could easily reverse. This has been a fake out from this high low support trend line and we're coming up to retest the highs. This is not going to be good for Bitcoin. S&P 500, I am still looking for those short opportunities. Remember, I said that I got stopped out on the S&P 500. I do think that the S&P 500 is, you know, is going to have a major correction. It's going to be imminent, in my personal opinion, between this week and next week. I don't think we're going to, you know, have a massive kind of V-shaped recovery here and have more bullish momentum. We're still in a very aggressive downtrend for the last few months. And what has happened here, VPVR is a major indicator also. It's one of the only indicators that I use, and I want to explain why right away, looking at the S&P 500. Now, as you can see here, you do have you do have gaps of no volume here on the VPVR. Where price action can move relatively fast, okay, where there's no volume on the VPVR, we do have a gap. You know, price action can move relatively fast, but of course these spikes, value area lows, value area highs, you know, also point of control, they can have big bounces on any price action from any asset. Basically, this is the S&P 500. We had a major support level right there where we did get one bounce here, as you can see, once we retested it. As soon as we broke down, you know, we had a major large consolidation at the point of control, as you can see here on the chart. So you had that leg up, back down, consolidation, you know, breaking below the point of control. And it's pretty insane how the point of control on the on the here basically, where you do get that bounce, you break down support, you get rejected as resistance. This is easy easy peasy. A 10-year-old could understand this and make some money if you do get if you do have good risk management, of course. If you don't have good risk management, you can burn your account or use too much of it, and it's going to happen. It's the best way in learning is burning your account, making those mistakes so you don't make them, not because of me just saying it. You have to learn yourself. I guess it's been the best way. I've lost a lot of money in the past. I know what not to do in my trading, when I'm doing my trading basically. So what I want to show you right now on the S&P 500, and the probabilities in getting a rejection from this point, it's been pretty nice. If you take a look at the S&P 500 on the daily, as soon as we had that break up from the point of control, it reacted as support here at the 3,900 points. So you got that break up and you did get the bounce from this exact level, bouncing exactly at this level on the daily. I mean, this is just, absolutely magical. Bang, bang, back up again. Where are we at right now? Where we are getting a small reaction. I am looking for shorts on the S&P 500. At this moment, I do think a major correction will happen by this week. What is basically happening right now, it does look like that we are breaking major resistance levels, but no, I do not think so. We do have high resistance here at the 3,150 points approximately, and we've also got the value area low from this massive spike on the VPVR. As you can see, there are nice big spikes here with a lot of volume. So the low area of this VPVR level is where we are currently hitting right now on the S&P 500. What is likely? It is likely that it is going to get some type of rejection. I am looking for shorts here today, very likely, depending on what kind of reaction we do have on Prime XBT. Prime XBT, it has had for me a potential shorting opportunity just about an hour ago. On Prime XBT, you can trade different assets such as S&P 500, gold, oil, natural gas. You got DAX 30, German stock market. You got Forex. You're using crypto as collateral, USDT, USDC. You can choose Bitcoin if you wish. I use Bitcoin because I want to accumulate Bitcoin while I'm trading other markets. And, no KYC required. It's a phenomenal platform, guys, if you want to trade other markets using crypto. You got 7% bonus added to your deposit. It's another way to support the channel, of course. I do get a small commission out of it, but it's the platform that I use to trade other markets. For experienced traders, you got an insane bonus down below, 7% added to your deposit. Let's go through here the comment section right away, and we can take a look at what could happen for Bitcoin in the next coming hours, and where could we find our major big opportunities. This does look like it is on the verge of having a much larger correction down to these daily levels, 22.7, 22.5k range. Okay, these lows are very potentially going to be claimed in the next coming hours. It looks like that we are already in that corrective movement on Bitcoin. As you can see here on the chart, we have lost a major support level from higher lows. As you can see here, bang, 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 a double top. You create a lower high right there, kind of head and shoulder scenario if you use a bit of imagination. Already breaking the support level from this range. This was exactly where we had that day trade, that scalping opportunity here for a quick short. Okay, we are fighting here the level. It is very likely, in my opinion, that we could get that move, to lower levels. Very, very possible. But that opportunity was there, guys. Price action and volume. Insane opportunity. Like I just explained, high move with volume right there. The lows, you break it with some pretty high volume. Also, you retrace up to the first volume point with low volume and you get that rejection. You come down. This is easy strategy, guys, that does happen on a lot of markets, and especially on Bitcoin. Very much respected. Volume indicates where the pressure is going, where the price action is likely to continue, at least to retest the lows. okay, at least to retest the lows. There was actually another one, guys, here. Let me just, and this one happened just a few minutes ago, about an hour ago, actually. You know, let me just quickly explain it, because we got it right over here, just happening at this moment. Of course, you might think to yourself, right, we have this support level with high volume. And I mean, look at this, guys. It just happened again. This happens maybe not every single day, because there might be a day with no volume, but I can guarantee you it happens several times a week. And just with several trades a week, you can make huge gains at the end of the month. Now, what happened with this low level with high volume? We got a spike in volume from these low levels. What happens from this very much respected support level? You are getting a reaction. You get a breakdown. I mean, volume is going lower and lower. You need to be cautious, because there will be a moment that this, you know, it has an 80% win rate, because there is a 20% that won't work. When does it usually when does it usually not work? When you've been going down for a long time, right? There will be a moment that the price will reverse, and there will be a moment that you will use that strategy and you'll get stopped out potentially, because, you know, it's not going to go down forever. You need very, very high volume. But check out this, guys. Check this out. On the 5-minute chart, this only happened a few minutes ago. You got the low level with high volume. You got the breakdown with a spike in volume. Where does the price action come up and retest with low volume? Exactly at the low levels with high volume. Bang, bang, come back down, retest the lows. You have a profitable trade right there. Every single trade that I've showed you, you know, with this strategy, with price action and volume, has had an 80% win rate. You know, all of them have been, you know, have been getting that rejection. Volume and price action, guys. Train this strategy, and I can guarantee you, you will be making pretty nice gains by the end of the month. Right. Tangledin Love Jr. Andy, any advices for $200 trading account? Should I use high risk leverage for the first time for growing my account at least to 1K? Whew. I mean, this is the thing, you know, to turn $200 into $1,000, you need to be, you know, a really good trader. You need to be a little bit lucky also, because I would say a $200 account, I wouldn't risk more. I don't usually risk more than 1 to 3% on my account. Of course, I don't have a $200 account. I don't have a $1,000 account. I have a much bigger account. So that those gains give me, you know, some pretty nice, you know, if I risk 1 to 3% and I'm looking to make 5 to 15% at the end of the month, you know, of course, if you have $1,000, you know, you're going to make $100 by the end of the month. But this is how how I have learned how to build my trading account. Of course, it would be nice to have a $50,000 account so I can make, you know, $5,000, $6,000 at the end of the month. This is the thing, you know, you need to. It's very hard, you know. If I wouldn't risk more than 5%, you know, because what you are going to do is, you know, you got $200, you're going to risk $50 or $100, half of your account. You know, if you get stopped out, to turn those 100 to 200, you know, it's gonna, you are just gonna see this. It's not easy. It's not really easy. You know, I would suggest, you know, with $200, you want to risk $10. You want to risk, you know, $5 to $10. I know it sounds silly, but it's just the way to go. You can double it in one trade, but if you keep doing that, you know, you're gonna think, right, I've turned 200 to 400. Let's try and double it again to 800 with high risk trades. I'm going to try and double 800 to 1,600. You know, it doesn't work like that, because what is going to happen, you know, this is just like going to the roulette where you put in black and red. You know, you might win a few and double your account, but if you keep doubling and doubling and doubling, there will be a moment that it's just going to wipe you out. It's just going to happen. We as human beings are not, you know, we're not programmed to handle this kind of emotion of making money that easy. You will lose it. You have to have, you know, a strategy, and you have to have risk 1 to 3% of your account. 5% would be a little bit too much, and not risk and not use too much leverage. How to have the Bitcoinsensus logo after your name? This is because you need to be a member. You need to scroll down and be a member. Partesh, $200 account you split into $20 each for the trades. You can use 12x leverage with 2% stop loss. First, try to attain $400 in 2 months. Yeah, something like that. Something like that, Partesh. Absolutely. We are greedy, says Pimpy Yimmy. Absolutely. I am greedy myself. I have been, but with trading, I'm, very much respect the charts. I very much respect the volatility. I am wrong a lot of times also. I'm not always right, but when you're wrong, you want to protect your capital. Tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow, every day is day one. Every day is day one. No matter how much experience you do have trading, every day is day one, guys. I have had moments where I have had 10, straight successful trades, and you think you're a machine. You think you're the god of trading. When you start having that ego, it's bad. You need to go back to square one. Don't think that you're going to, risk more money. You're a great trader. You need to continue the rules till you grow your account during the months. Right, let's take a look. When do you think you should withdraw profits or when not? Well, I'm going to tell you what I do, because I have been, usually for the last, year approximately, I've been making about 5 to 15% of profits out of my account every single month. I usually get my, funds at the last week of the month. I did withdraw some profits last week from Bybit. And basically, it's usually in between 5 and 15%. When it's a 5%, it's, for me, it's quite a lot because I have a pretty nice trading account, at the end of the month. Basically, every month I look to take some profits. Sometimes it's going to be a 5% loss or maybe not too much profits. But, my goal is by the end of the month, always take some profits out of my trading account last week of every month. Cut loss is not easy. Any advice to close a trade that go bad? Yeah, your stop loss needs to be pretty tight, not extremely tight, but once you see exhaustion right there, okay? Once you see exhaustion, then of course, you should get stopped out. If you are in a negative trade for quite some days, it's means you haven't had the good risk management. In a trade, I get stopped out if the trade is going to go to the other way, right? Thanks for the answer, Rainy. You're very welcome. Can you please check Cardano? It says Theshan. Absolutely. Let's take a look at Cardano right away. What's going on with Cardano? Yeah, about the volume trading strategy, it's much better with high capital cryptos. I would go with the top 50 at least. If it's Bitcoin and Ethereum, even better, because then you get these volatile cryptos that have volume up and down, and it's absolutely crazy. Okay, it does work with most of the assets that do have legit volume, but when it's a low cap cryptocurrency, these big volume candles are just pure manipulation. I have seen big volume candles and the price come back down to the lows of where the actual volume pumped, right? This is pure manipulation. Probably the same entity that pushed the price up was selling on the way down, back down to its buying point. So there are some low cap coins that are just not reliable for trading. Better the ones that have a very, very high market capitalization. Cardano. I mean, Cardano has been pretty crazy. Let's get these levels out of the way and do some fresh analysis on Cardano, because let's go to the daily chart. Right, Cardano, it is at a major support level right here. We've been talking about this 40-cent range to probably hold very, very nicely. Okay, as you can see here, we had a large consolidation in January of 2021. This level has been bouncing consistently. Now, it is true that, you know, the price action is still looking relatively bearish, you know, lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, lower highs, sorry, and you are getting supported by a thread here at the 42-cent level, 42-cent range. So if I zoom in right now, something very nice that happened in Cardano the last few days, basically, is we talked about this range very likely holding at the end of the day, right? Where we are slightly creating lower lows. I mean, you cannot get bearish when you have these wicks to the downside. These are no successful breakouts. You want to see a massive solid level breaking down. When you have these consolidations below the lows, you know, it is likely to not continue back down. You would just want to see, when you're breaking a low level, you just want to see the big breakout, right? You're saying, okay, now we're breaking down. Now we can take advantage of the market to go to lower levels on the retracements, but not when you slightly break down, right? Not when you slightly break down. So this was, you know, very likely to get that reversal sign. What happened right over here on Cardano just a few days ago, we did actually break this lower high level, as you can see here. So this resistance trend line broke up. We did hit a perfect resistance on Cardano, which is at the 54-cent level right there. Very much support, resistance, very much respected. Once we had that breakout of the lower high, it was likely that you were going to retest these highs. So we retest the highs, got the rejection, came back down to the support level of the lower high trend line, and got a bounce back up to retest the highs again. So your question might be, it is fine you talking about what's happened in the past. I want to know what's going to happen next. Well, this is how you want to succeed as a trader. You want to have your levels well marked up. There is no doubt in my mind that this 54-cent level on Cardano is a big level. What other big levels do we have? We do have a big level here at a 66, 67 cent level. Now, we're probably not going to reach there anytime soon. But what I do know is that if we do have a successful breakout, and I mean volume here, I mean, this is a very good level on Cardano, 54 cents. There's no doubt in my mind about that. You're getting rejected every single time we touch it. If Cardano has a solid breakout from the 54-cent level, I'm not going to trade the breakout. I'm going to trade the potential retracement. If we do have a big volume breakout of 54 cents, and what I mean about a big breakout is hitting 60 cents or 61 cents, you know, having a big breakout. If we hit 56 cents, you know, and consolidate here, no way I'm trading this. No way I'm placing a long. I might even short it if we do get exhaustion, because it will be a failed breakout. But if we do get a solid breakout with high volume from 54 cents on Cardano, and we retrace with low volume, it is likely we are going to get a big fat bounce from this 54-cent level, at least. You know, we do have a nice spike here in volume. There is some pretty nice volume candles here. This one right here, I mean, this is beautiful. Right there, we do have a nice volume spike on Cardano. I mean, this is the Binance chart calculated by TradingView. You know, it would be better to take a look at another exchange such as Coinbase, not calculated by TradingView. But it is a major level. You can see it on the chart. We have a solid breakout with volume. Then on the retracement, this is very likely going to get at least one bounce to almost retest the highs. And that is the kind of movement you are looking for. This is the opportunity with high probability that you are looking for on Cardano. Now, of course, this is resistance. This could correct from here. This could correct, but you know, I would have been more interested in getting into the first rejection here from the breakout of these lower highs. I would have shorted this one. I wouldn't short the third retest, because you know the deal. The more times you bang on something, the more likely it's you're going to break above. So, you know, the highest probability trade here would be a breakout of 54 cents with high volume, correct here with low volume, and then get into that long opportunity to retest the highs. And this might happen fast. It might happen in 15 minutes. It might happen in 4 hours. Or it might happen in 2 days. You know, this is the 4-hourly chart. Anyway, that is you know, that would be the highest probability trade where I would jump. Okay, how, you know, if I am not looking at the charts, I have done my analysis on Cardano and I'm looking to trade Cardano. I usually trade just Bitcoin. I might trade 1 or 2 other altcoins, maybe the S&P. There's only 3 or 4 different assets that I would trade consistently. But if I want to trade this, you know, how do I know that I'm going to, you know, get into this trade? How do I know if I'm probably going to be at the beach, or I'm probably going to have lunch somewhere, or, you know, well, the best thing that you could do is put an alarm above the high levels, right? Above the highs that you have created. Just put an alarm here, for example, at 55, 56 cents. Add an alarm here. I will get a message on my phone, and because I have made my analysis on Cardano, once we see a breakout from this range, I'm going to get a message saying Cardano went up to 54 cents, above 55 cents, right? I'm going to check the charts on my phone, and then of course, you know, if it's been with high volume, I'm going to say, wow, I'm going to wait for that retracement. I'm going to put another alarm right there at this support level, and once we hit it, I will be getting a message, you know, to your Gmail or to your phone. You can actually program this on TradingView with the alert. I've got it on Gmail and in my phone. I get a text message. And then I would wait patiently to see if the volume is low, you know, how we're reacting at the level, and then potentially trade it, you know. Always feel more confident going into a trading day after hearing your thoughts. Andy says, John Edge, absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, this is, I mean, pure education channel, talking about potential scenarios on you know, on Bitcoin, on different altcoins. Solana check, says ClipX. Okay, we need to take a look at Solana. 600 people watching, insane support. Absolutely, guys, you need to absolutely destroy that like button. We can get to 400 likes. I know we can, guys. Just destroy that like button right now if you enjoy the content. Let's take a look at Solana here for someone. Let's take a look at Solana. Let's take a look at Solana. Andy, can you please check SNX? Thank you in advance. Yeah, we'll try and take a look at SNX after Solana. Let's take a look at Solana right away. What has been happening with Solana? Whoops. Right, Solana. There are quite a lot of volatility at this range. Right, what has happened here with Solana? You know, we are locally in an uptrend, right? We are still locally in an uptrend. We are seeing some exhaustion hitting the highs. So we need to be a little bit cautious at this range. What would be the highest probability scenario to jump into a trade on Solana? It would basically be, you know, getting above these highs. And we can talk about that scenario right now. So zooming out, we are in a massive downtrend. We need to be extremely cautious. You know, potential bigger reversal is also possible as we are seeing bearish exhaustion. You know, price is having a little bit of round formation. This small uptrend that we have created for the last few weeks can continue. We are creating higher lows. So this is something that we need to consider, right? We need to consider that we have been going in, we are in an uptrend for the last few weeks, okay? Simple as just getting an ascending channel, connecting the lows right over here. We can see, you know, we are basically in an ascending channel scenario here, right? Creating higher lows and higher highs. So, you know, we are in a local uptrend for the last few weeks. What is happening right now, of course, is that you are getting, you know, retested. We are retesting the highs. There is a possibility of a double top scenario. So, like I said, what would have been the, highest probability trade that just happened a few days ago on Solana? It was this one right over here. And you might ask to yourself, why? Because you are basically in a local uptrend. You can have very good risk management here, at least a 2 to 3-1 opportunity. You might think, why? Why are you saying this once it's happened? Of course, let's take a look at what's happened, and then let's take a look at what could potentially happen. Like I said, you're creating higher lows. So you're in a local uptrend. You are kind of, making higher highs here. So if you broke from this lower high, kind of descending triangle or symmetrical triangle here slightly, because you are slightly creating higher lows right there, slightly. So it is a kind of a symmetrical triangle. But like I said, you break resistance from lower highs. You come back down to retest it almost to perfection. Not only this lower high resistance line, turning it into support, you have got the higher lows from this support of this ascending channel scenario. So you have double support from these lower highs and from the higher lows. You are in a local uptrend. The trend is your friend. So you are getting high probability scenario here in your favor if you want to trade. If you want to trade here, you have advantage here, and this being a successful trade. Like I said, you're in a local uptrend. You're getting supported from higher lows, from the lower high resistance trend line of this breakout, bouncing here pretty nicely as support. You're very likely hitting the 0.78 fib level from the low to the highs, just hitting that 0.78 fib level here, as you can see right there, and moving up to the upside. So what is happening right now? What is happening right now is, you're getting this touch of a major level. What level is this? This is the $47, $48 range, okay? It is a pretty strong resistance level, very much respected a few times on the chart. So if you get a pretty nice breakout with volume from this range, and then we can zoom in and analyze the situation here, because there is a possibility in getting a bounce from this level just by looking at the volume. We'll go to the lower time frame and see what's going on. If you break out this resistance, this is looking at the midterm analysis for the next coming days. This is the 4-hourly chart. If you do manage to break this resistance level exactly at $47 approximately, a big breakout. And then if you start retracing with low volume, okay, you have high volume breakout, low volume, the likely scenario here in getting a quick bounce to retest the highs is very, very possible. The strongest resistance level that we do have at this moment, looking at Solana, is this $47 range. We need to remember that we are still in a local uptrend. If you start breaking resistance with high volume, you still want to continue with the uptrend till you see exhaustion, till you see double top scenarios. Then you do not want to get into a trade. So if we do get that Solana move to the upside, just imagine right now that you do get that move to the upside, you break up this resistance zone. On that retracement, you want to be looking for, that higher low scenario where you could get that bounce, right? Could get that bounce back here to this major resistance level. At least one bounce quickly, just in case you create a double top and then you break down. Because I get many people, you said we were going higher. I said, no, I said we were probably going to get a bounce and retest the highs. I'm out of that trade. There was a Bitcoin trade that happened a few days ago, and I got bashed in the comment section, but this is why, because people do not pay attention on how fast things can change. It was a shorting opportunity. I took profits. I protected my position. It seems like some people got stuck in that trade and didn't pay attention of the scenario. Anyway, let's take a look, zoom in on the 15-minute chart. This is the Coinbase chart. We should be having some pretty nice volume here on Coinbase. On Solana, let's take a look at VPVR levels from the volume traded the last couple of weeks. We've got pretty nice volume here from the volume traded the last 15 days approximately. Point of control is right there. I like that. I do like this level for a potential leg up on Solana, at least around about the 618. It's a solid support level. I really like the volume. I think there's a high probability that Solana is going to have a leg up here. Same scenario, you know, we got this shorting opportunity also on Solana. Look at this, guys. You know, this is the kind of strategy that I explained with Bitcoin. It does happen with large cap coins. Stay cautious with low cap coins. You know, you got that low support level at the $43.2. You got high volume right there with the volatility that we did have yesterday. You break down with high volume. You retrace back up with the volume going down. The probabilities and getting rejected from the first volume move to the downside and come down to retest the lows is just very high probable. Okay, we can see it on Solana also. High probability scalping opportunity. We've got a double bottom scenario right there. Small double bottom. Looking at the 15-minute chart, we got high volume range. If we break up this level with high volume, this major level at the 43.2 is likely to get one first bounce, especially if it is with high volume, guys. You know, these are, you know, they are major small opportunities during this during the next coming hours. Only if we break above, of course. Do I know if we're going to break above? Absolutely not. What I do know, if we break with high volume, this level should be holding nicely as support if we were to come down to retest it, the 43.2. Let's take a look at yeah, what's going? Get out of here. Pankokobka. Get out of here, guys. Moderators, exterminate this guy that is trying to, you know, to spam the chart and give some advertisement using my channel. Get him out. Spaknokba. Get the hell out of here. Yeah, absolutely remove this guy. Hide user on this channel. That's it. You're out. You're blocked. You're out. It all depends on BTC moves, says Bob. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. This is why 80% of my trades are on Bitcoin. But if Bitcoin is you know, having the same momentum, if you take a look at Solana with this move that I just explained with price action and volume, it happened with Bitcoin. It did happen with Bitcoin. So you can actually trade Bitcoin and Solana at the same time, right? It happened at the exact same timing. You know, this is the kind of movement, you know, taking a look at Bitcoin right there. Yeah, this movement right there happened also, you know, 8:30 Central European time, getting rejected at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning Central European time. If you take a look at Solana, you know, 8 o'clock Central European time, and also 3 o'clock in the morning, you know, getting that same rejection from that point. So you can trade Bitcoin and Solana if you are analyzing both of them, for example. I did use the hammer. If you attack him, I'll pay for your legal fees. Right, SNX, Finifo. Let's take a look at SNX right away. Got a few altcoins. Bitcoin Cash, please. Let's take a look at SNX. I've also asked someone asking for... Is there any possibility of bullish pennant on Ethereum on the 4 hourly? Well, we can take a look at Ethereum also. Ethereum and SNX. Okay, Ethereum and SNX. Let's take a look at Ethereum and SNX right away. First, let's do SNX. I had a few SNX here on the chart. Let's take a look at the daily and see what's going on. This is, I mean, it ain't looking bad. It ain't looking bad, or a potential reversal very, very soon. You could arguably discuss that this is kind of in a massive descending wedge scenario, right? You are creating lower highs, and you are slightly creating lower lows during the last few months. So, you know, this will end at some point. This is not going to go down forever. What is happening right now, of course, after creating the lower low, you are creating, you know, this pump momentum for the last few weeks. You know, absolutely, you know, the wave to the upside. I would stay extremely cautious, or depending on what Bitcoin does, you know, this could create a lower high. If Bitcoin starts breaking 24K in the next coming days, you could see much more momentum on SNX. SNX is getting that bounce from the point of control, from the volume traded the last 2 to 3 years. As you can see, this is the daily chart. The point of control is exactly here at this $2.50 range. This is where we have consolidated. So that bounce was kind of imminent, right? It was very likely that you weren't going to get that successful breakdown after this large consolidation without having a big major bounce. So, I mean, very, very similar to what happened right there, right? Slightly lower lows, slightly lower lows, no successful breakdowns. So you are going to see that reversal point, something very similar happening on SNX, where you see these slightly lower lows and you have that move to the upside, large consolidation. It looks like imminent bounce up. What now? I would be extremely cautious. We are hitting some resistance levels on SNX. Right now, we have a large range here where it does look like that we're not successfully breaking up this level at the moment, as you can see here on the chart. So, I mean, this looks pretty interesting. You know, this might have a leg up. It might have a leg up from this moment. I don't like the volume though. Volume is not, it's not insanely high. You know, this volume from these highs, phenomenal. I mean, there is a little bit of red volume here. I mean, this is the thing. There is a rejection volume. There is a possibility in testing the highs here of $4.30 in the next coming days. There is a possibility. If Bitcoin behaves, and Bitcoin does have a leg up to attempt to break $24,000, and it's a little bit risky at this moment. If we take a look at Bitcoin, we are creating this double top range at the 24.5k level. You know, a larger correction could happen on Bitcoin. I would stay a little bit cautious. Looking at SNX, where the volume hasn't been great on this break above. There is some volume, but there's also some pretty aggressive red volume. But we should be getting a bounce to retest the highs here. Yeah, round about this range, as you can see here on the chart. Let's go to the lower time frames. I mean, on the 1 hourly, there is some pretty nice volume. Just by looking at price action and volume, we should be getting a bounce from this level to retest the highs. We should be getting that bounce just by looking at the strategy that we've mentioned. There is some red rejection volume here. I do not want to see bearish volume at the top of this range, because this is getting, you know, probabilities lower. It would have been just nice, a nice solid green candle here from the top with no bearish volume. Volume is going down, so this is a good sign. This means that the bears are losing steam here, and you could get that spike up here to retest the highs on SNX. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. Of course, SNX is one of those, you know, mid-cap coins. It is riskier, more volatile. This strategy is better with larger cap coins such as Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum. So yeah, Thank you for all the insane support, Randy. You guys are the best, says Scotty. Scotty, thank you very much for your support. Racing Pixel, shout out to Nuggets. Hello, and awesome scalper, and thanks for helping out Andy. Nuggets, thanks for joining. Nuggets member for 2 months. You're the man. Right, guys. I held a uni short since last week, says Edgar. Kept adding to it, and finally today I am in profit. But considering the risk I took, for me, it is just not enough. Could you do some TA on Uniswap? Let's do some TA on Uniswap. This is the thing, guys. When people are in negative, they add to the position. This is I got burnt very much by you know, adding to my position, right? A lot of people and a lot of YouTubers are, you know, talking about that. I have in a long position on Bitcoin, you know. I have my liquidation price very low, which I do not think this is going to reach. If I am in negative, I will be adding to my position, so my liquidation price goes much lower. And what happens? You have a massive capitulation and you get exterminated and you lose half or your entire account. This has happened to me in the past. It has happened to me. It will never reach this liquidation price. I am sure. I'm sure we're not going to go below this low, you know. And then you add up to your position, so liquidation price goes lower, and then you are in an extreme loss on, you know, your trade. Stay cautious, guys. Stop loss, tight, risk management. You get stopped out. Tomorrow's another day. Let's trade. Don't get into that vicious circle on adding to your position to get your liquidation price lower and lower, because you never know. You know, you can get exterminated, and emotionally you will feel very down. Let's take a look at Uniswap. Right, I got a bit of a mess here on this chart. We need to do a clear out. We had an ascending wedge scenario here that broke up. We broke up from this ascending wedge range. Can get this out of the way. Right, we are hitting a critical resistance zone at this moment. No successful breakout. Stay cautious. We need to remind ourselves that we are in a very aggressive multi-monthly downtrend, and we just could be creating a lower high just to retest the lows. This is very possible. You need to be extremely cautious here with the bullishness. We are in a local uptrend. So if we are in a local uptrend, we can go with the trend. If you are in a short position since last week, kept adding to it, and finally today I'm in a profit. Okay, so your position was pretty high. I mean, this is not a bad shorting range, but we are in a local uptrend. So if we go to the 4 hourly, let's get this out of the way. This was a kind of an inverse head and shoulder scenario here. Not a successful breakout. Finally breaking up. So as you know, when I talk about a successful breakout, I'm talking about big price action to the upside. You will have time to get into a trade on the retracement. Is this a successful breakout? Absolutely not. Why does the chart create this kind of price action? You have the level here that has been broken and not respected. This is not a successful breakout. This is not a breakout that I would trade when you create this choppy action. This is a nice breakout. This is a potential trade that I would take. Not this. This is just easy fake out. What happens with breakout traders? They long the breakout while you're breaking out, and they get absolutely exterminated with a large correction below the range. Then you have the successful breakout, and then you continue up. So this is why I say let it break out. Let it do what it needs to do. You will have time to get into a retracement. So Uniswap, what else? We are in a local uptrend for the last few weeks, as you can see here on the chart. Will it continue going up? We're having some pretty nice volume here to the upside. If we do retrace all the way down to the high range right there, there is a possibility in getting a nice bounce from this range. The high levels of $7.40, $7.50. You know, if you are in a good shorting opportunity, yeah, you can protect your position, take profits while we go down. But, you know, we got high volume. The high volume is slightly lower. It's at this range. So it's not exactly at the top. If we do, just because we are still in a local uptrend, but we have created 5 waves already here, it's going to be a hard one. If you do get that leg down in the next couple of days and you enter a long position, I would get out at the 50% or 618 level, just in case you are going to create an ABC correction right there. You are very likely going to get into profits if you trade the $7.50 range and be profits in a few days. And a lot of people will get greedy and think that we are going to retest the highs and go higher. And there will be a high probability in creating a lower high, people not protecting position, having their stop losses here, and you could have that ABC correction getting a massive move to the downside. So I would stay extremely cautious. You are in a local uptrend, so let's go with the trend in the short term, especially if we have high volume with the moves up. You are very likely going to get a quick bounce. Take profits if you're entering this trade at the 618, you know, at least 50% from the drop. Very likely going to get that move up. But then you're going to think, we're going to retest the highs, I'm going to leave it open, and then you're going to have probably with high probability this move down, breaking the higher low structure. So, I mean, if you are in a short position here, I mean, depending on where you're at, I would protect position depending on where you're at, because you always could just consolidate from here and go higher to retest the highs. It doesn't mean that you're going to come down here. I would only long if we do come down to the $7.50. And we do come down there with low volume. There's so many things that you need to consider. So that would be my scenario here on Uniswap. Uniswap can be traded on Bybit, guys. Remember, you got an insane bonus down below, up to $4,450 to be claimed at the rewards hub. You need to follow the steps to claim up to $4,450 on Bybit. What's going on with the S&P 500? It's having a little bit of pumpy action at this moment. Let's see how the New York Open is going to be, because I'm very much interested in shorting the S&P 500. I think we're just going to have a few legs up. There's massive resistance on the S&P 500 at this level with a VPVR. I am looking for shorts. If we do start consolidating, you know, during today at this range, creating slightly higher highs, a kind of small distribution event, I'm willing to short. I'm willing to short it. We are in a very aggressive, you know, macro multi-monthly downtrend here still. I do think we still can have more bearish momentum in the next couple of months. That's only my personal opinion. If we start breaking these lower highs, you know, maybe we're going to start trading, changing the structure here, and we could create an uptrend. This right now, if you are interested, get more out of this channel, be part of the community in the Telegram group. Absolutely, join the Telegram group. Not trading can also turn out to be the best trade at that moment. Absolutely, no trade is a winning trade because you're not losing money, of course, you know. Yeah, proper super cheers, awesome info, says Yoni. Thank you very much. This is going to be it, guys, for the live stream. Ethereum, let's go and take a look at the Ethereum. Absolutely, sorry about that. Yes. We need to take a look at Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrency in market capitalization. Ethereum is looking insane. is looking insane. I mean, I have to say, this level, it is worth a potential short with low risk and with low capital, low leverage, good risk management, tight stop loss. Reason why is because we are hitting the strongest resistance level that we have on Ethereum. It has been the strongest support level in 2021 and 2022. Why? Because in 2021 we created the lows at $1,700. This was 2021. Looking at the daily chart, massively supported 3 times, as you can see, in the summer of 2021. In May, we bounced as support. The only problem was we were creating aggressive lower highs, and of course, retest, 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 back up, retest, you are likely to fall down. So it is the strongest support level right now, turning into the resistance. We are consolidating. We are getting a reaction at that level. What is going to happen? Are we going to get rejected? I mean, this is the first retest looking at the daily chart, you know. It's the first retest. There is a potential swing shorting opportunity here. If you have a tight stop loss above $1,800, you know, but you can see the potential of this correction at least to the 618 maybe, or maybe even retesting the lows, the risk to reward, I mean, is absolutely insane. There is a high probability that you could get massive rejected from this level, guys. It is very, very possible. You are getting the reaction. You are consolidating. What would be the ideal scenario for me here to get into a short? You got 2 options here. You either start dropping from this level right now. You either, you know, and then I probably wouldn't have entered that swing short position because this is a couple of weeks of a trade right there. But the best ideal scenario would be having this kind of movement in the next coming days, getting choppy breakouts of the higher highs, looking for that distribution event, and then saying, wow, we're not successfully breaking above this level, especially if we do have very low volume. You know, this is gonna fall. This is gonna fail. It's gonna fail. We can see it on the chart. This is failing to break above the strongest resistance level. So that, you know, I would wait patiently. You know, you either miss the trade or wait for that massive reaction, where bearish exhaustion, creating a distribution event here, and then enter that trade. You know, that would be the highest probability trade. There was an insane trade that I made pretty nice gains. This was in the month of May, if I'm not wrong, or May or June, on natural gas, guys. And I know Joseph did not agree with me on this. One of my strongest moderators, he did not agree with me with this. And I was saying, you know, this is very likely going to get a very big correction. It's going to happen. We are in a distribution event. Now, we had March right there when we had the conflict with Eastern Europe, okay? Price of gas went absolutely crazy. It just flew up. Of course, people are panicking here. People here, retailers are looking for higher levels, right? You have that reaction. We have in this conflict in Eastern Europe, oh my goodness, natural gas, oil, everything's going to go much higher. No, it's already gone higher. We are going to correct very likely, you know. The movement has happened. It has happened. So what happened here on the chart? Well, most of the people were looking for higher gas prices in May. Then, of course, I was saying there is no way. That's no way. It's not going to happen. We are creating a distribution event right there. We are creating slightly higher lows. Smart money is exiting the market right here. They bought just before the conflict. They bought the market just before the conflict. Not 2 months after the conflict. Absolutely not. You can read that on the chart. Those emotions right there. This is a distribution event right over here. If we take a look at I made some huge gains right there. You can take a look on the 10th, 13th, 14th of June. Probably even on the 15th of June. If you take a look at the live stream on the 15th of June, you can see I'm in a short position right there on Prime XBT on this natural gas event. So I mean, I talk about this because of Ethereum. You know, if Ethereum starts making this price action in the next coming days, creating those slightly higher highs right there, oh, this is going to be massive. This is going to be a massive shorting opportunity. It will have like it will create a big correction, no doubt, in my mind. That is where I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive, just like I was here with natural gas. You were creating those slightly higher highs. This is a clear distribution event, Wyckoff distribution. Smart money is already leaving the market while you're creating these slightly higher highs. They leave the market here. I remember people saying, you're insane, this is going to go much higher. Look at the conflict, look at the gas levels, you know, the gas prices, it's going to go higher. I said, no, we're going to come and retest this low at least. Massive gains right there. You can have tight stop losses on these highs because, you know, you're going to create 3 or 4 peaks. You can get stopped out a couple of times till you're actually right. And, you know, made insane gains. This was almost a 10-to-1 risk to reward, as you can see here with this drop. It was absolutely an insane trade. Made huge gains on Prime XBT here with this movement. Of course, you might think to yourself, hey, why natural gas? Why are you talking about natural gas? Well, I mean, I like to analyze some other markets and I can trade it on Prime XBT using crypto. I am full in crypto. I don't want to go into interactive brokers or, you know, other brokers that are asking my bank account details, where I live and the rest of it. I want to use crypto to trade different other markets. And Prime XBT is the #1 platform for that. Trade other markets, Forex, oil, natural gas, S&P 500, using cryptocurrency. This is an absolute dream because I started trading traditional markets, DAX 30, which is the German stock market. And I really like to take a look at traditional markets just in case there is a clear opportunity. And I do not want to use traditional brokers. I want to use the future, you know, crypto brokers. No KYC, money direct to my wallet. BTC I am using. You can use USDT, USDC, or Bitcoin as collateral, guys. It's one of my favorite platforms that I use. And of course, I do get a small commission if you sign up with the description. You get 7% added to your deposit. I have a full tutorial down below in the description. Also, you get 7% added to your deposit by using Bitcoinsensus 50 as the promotion code. Full tutorial down below also in the description on how to use margin for leverage, okay? Margin trading. It is not isolated. You do not use X. You do not use 5X, 10X, 100X. It is margin trading. Guys, been here for over an hour right now. 43 to break the 500 like resistance. Please don't forget to strike. Absolutely insane, guys. Thank you very much. 630 people watching. You guys are insane. Smashing up that like button. Been over here 1 hour. I'm going to try and do another live stream afterwards. I very much enjoy the live streams, explaining some different events on natural gas, on you know, on different. Yes, Andy, you were correct on that one, bro. You will see this winter, will it go down? You will see this winter, will it go down? Do you mean natural gas, Joseph? Yeah, Joseph did not agree in this move down. Of course, we had a massive recovery, but I wasn't interested. I was interested in these levels to be claimed. You know, get in and get out. Yeah, so I was talking about that event back in mid-June, 7th, 8th, 13th of June. I was talking about natural gas when having that potential correction. Thank you, Andy. Bob, you're very welcome. Great info, love it, says Azed. Thank you very much. Quality, cheers, Yoni. Wow, it's insane how a lot of people here saying, thanks for the content, thanks for explanations. This is what I love doing, guys. I look at the charts every single day for over 5 years, just looking at the charts, because I absolutely love it. I'm just gonna give you my experience, my information. I'm not gonna be right always, but when I'm not right, we need to have tight stop losses, guys. We need to protect our capital, nothing else. Guys, this is gonna be it. Thank you very much for joining. Joseph, Racing Pixel, Scotty, my moderators here giving insane support. Thank you very, very much. Guys, make sure to destroy that like button for this free information. It's the only thing I ask. If you are an experienced trader, you do want to start experiencing, you got some links down below for Bybit and Prime XBT. If you do not have experience, or if you're not going to have good risk management, or put a small amount of your capital to try and trade and get experience, do not use the links. Do not trade. Trading is a very complicated skill that if you do not have your head right, your emotions right, you will lose money, guys. You will lose money with high probability. That is it, guys. Check out Bitcoinsensus website for the latest news and technical analysis ideas that we do post every single day here. Totally free information. Thank you very much for your insane support, moderators. Thank you very much, guys, for joining the live stream. I hope you enjoyed. Check out the beginning of the live stream. Any people that are new subscribers that have joined just a few minutes ago, check out the beginning of the live stream, because I give a great explanation on Bitcoin with price action and volume, where you can backtest this strategy and make huge gains and become a better trader. Guys, thank you very much for joining the live stream. I will see you in the next one.